goes back to this point about freedom of speech being the archetypal right, the origin without which other rights can't exist.
The scaffolding with which you build
absolutely, and you have to have that, because speech is how, and speech itself is how we develop civilization. And that's another point that Mill identified. It's how we build societies, even before we get to any kind of concept of law. So it's the archetypal, essential freedom. Everything else is built around it. And that sense that speech can harm. Now, obviously, it can harm when you're creating somebody physical distress. But the idea that an idea can do that, if an idea can do that, then that is somewhere where the law should not prevent it.
So quite the reverse. That's quite interesting. So that's a subtle difference. So just random pinging people evilness and saying that's wrong, but the fact that you can even hold an idea in your head which can or cannot assist in the progression of society as it continues to evolve, like it's sort of like the Big Bang society, isn't it? It's still expanding the whole time, and our understanding of civilization, that those two things are actually quite separate. The fact that there's a specific harm, chop your head off, and the other one is this idea is non-debatable. And
it's not just chop, it might be making you unsettled if you leave your house. I know where you live.
I'm unsettled when I wake up every morning. So is everybody else.
So is everyone. But there might, to a more extreme sense, but you get the point. That's on one side. And on the other side is you, by even discussing the, for example, in America, to use an example of, but to use an American example, because America is where this sort of safetyism culture started, even to suggest that you should not rip down all the statues in the campus because one of them might have owned slaves, as most white people did, or a lot of white people did in America in the 200 years ago in general. Even to discuss not tearing them down is offensive to me, and therefore it is a crime of some sort, or it puts me at jeopardy. And that's not saying, not advocating support for what these people did, and this isn't to say anything one side or the other on that argument. It's just to say there is an argument, but that's the kind of argument that's made in the United States quite routinely.
So, devil's advocate to me, explain to me why that's a good argument. Tell me why. So you're the person on the campus. You're the person who's representing the people on the campus who say every statue's got to go. Tell me why that's a good idea.
Being that person arguing for that point of view. Well, they would say we have suffered so much oppression, systematic oppression, that this is part of our identity, and therefore to even advocate for the retention of this, or to even argue
you're losing this case already.
I'm losing this case because it's such a bad argument.
Come on.
It's not. It is a terrible argument.
There? And why are we tolerating it?